Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to the Leadership TKO live night show. I'm Dr. Lakeisha McKnight, excited to be here with you, those of you on the podcast platforms. And listen, we're actually about to go live on Facebook as well, so please stand by. Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Leadership TKO live night show. Welcome. Glad to be here with you all. Those of you on the podcast platforms, especially those of you who are on Face to the Book. That's right, Face to the Book. Welcome to the Leadership TKO live night show. I'm excited. Dr. Lakeisha McKnight is here with you. And I welcome you here to another fine episode, Conversations, to really help you to grow as leaders in the network marketing space. And so again, welcome to you all. Welcome all around the world. We know that there are people from all over the world that tunes into the show. So I'm excited. I'm just simply excited. This is, April 1st. And I'm saying the first quarter of this year is finito. It's gone. What have you to show for it? What have you to show for it? There are many people who are they're like, I don't even know what I'm going to be doing for the month of April, but you want to make sure you have something in mind, some goals set for yourself, things that you want to accomplish. And so we want to kind of make sure you navigate, through this month in the direction that you want to head in, okay? But we encourage you to have an idea where you want to go. Okay, have an idea as to where you want to go. So listen, guys, this show goes live every single night around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's right, 7:30 p.m. Sometimes a little bit after, depending on what we have going on throughout the course of the day. But nonetheless, we're here. Okay, we are truly here. So if you are pumped up, you're excited about growing yourself as a leader, you're in the right place. You're connected to the right stream, the right show, the Leadership TKO live night show. And I'm super pumped to be here with you because, yes, we have some more great information to share, not necessarily connected to the series, but I felt like, there was such a huge demand for the information we shared on yesterday on the previous episode that I said, yeah, I definitely have to follow suit with what we're going to share on tonight. So listen up. Before we dive in and share the information, I encourage you right now to go ahead and share this stream out. If you have not shared it yet, go ahead and do so. If you want your loved ones, if you want those who are connected to you on social media to understand more about this invisible money, you might want to go ahead and share the stream out. If you are passionate about this invisible money, if you have invisible money, and we're going to talk about it in a second, if you have some of that yourself and you believe in it, go ahead and love the stream. Hit the hearts button, love the stream. Also in the comment section, let me know where you're watching this from. Where are you watching from? I would love to learn. Are you somewhere in Africa? Are you throughout somewhere here in the United States? Perhaps you're in Asia or Australia, okay, or South America. I have no clue, but I welcome you. Okay, I welcome you. You are more than welcome to be here, to glean, to share, to network, to connect, because that's why we're here on social media, right? To connect with one another, to build relationships, and not just surface relationships. But we gotta go a little deeper, okay? Gotta go a little bit below that surface a bit, okay? So listen up. I don't know if you all are familiar. Okay, we talked about Bitcoin the other day, And I tell you, that's something that's just extremely popular all around the world. But yet there's like a sister coin to it. I don't know if you all have heard about it. It has this symbol right here. Right, 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 right. I'm gonna flip it around a bit, okay? This symbol right here, right? This is just a replica, by the way. Remember, it's digital, it's invisible, what we're gonna talk about today. So I'm about to actually pull up my screen. And again, don't forget to share. Don't forget to love the stream. And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, okay? Hit the subscribe button. Would love to connect with you all the more. So are you guys ready? Hopefully you're ready. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and then I'm going to come back and share and just kind of wrap it up so you can see some stats as far as how far we've gone with this particular cryptocurrency. So let's go ahead and share the screen at this particular moment. Here we go, here we go, here we go. And so you already know what's about to happen, okay? Let me move a couple of things around here. Get myself organized. I'm going to take myself out of the equation here. And we're going to make this thing happen tonight. Okay, let's go ahead and take a listen. But first, I have to definitely share now that, this copyright disclaimer is under the Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is actually made for fair use for educational purposes. Have to definitely share that. But let's talk about it, guys. Ethereum. What is it?
What on earth is Ethereum? I mean, I keep hearing about it all the time. I've seen it's the second largest cryptocurrency around, but I just can't seem to wrap my head around it. Is it as revolutionary as Bitcoin? Can it actually change the world as we know it? If you want to have a better understanding of Ethereum, but are tired of explanations that sound like complete technical gibberish, stick around. Here on Bitcoin Whiteboard Tuesday, or should I say Ethereum Whiteboard Tuesday, we'll answer these questions and more. Before we get into Ethereum, we need to do a quick recap about Bitcoin, since it's the basis from which Ethereum was born. By now, you probably know that Bitcoin is a form of decentralized money, and if you still have some questions about what that means or how it works, then you might consider revisiting our original video, What is Bitcoin? Before Bitcoin was invented, the only way to use money digitally was through an intermediary, like a bank or PayPal. Even then, the money used was still government-issued and controlled currency. However, Bitcoin changed all that by creating a decentralized form of currency that individuals could trade directly without the need for an intermediary. Each Bitcoin transaction is validated and confirmed by the entire Bitcoin network. There's no single point of failure, so the system is virtually impossible to shut down, manipulate, or control. Pretty neat, huh? Well, now that we know that money can be decentralized, what other functions of society that are centralized today would be better served on a decentralized system? What about voting? Voting requires a central authority to count and validate votes. Real estate transfer records currently use centralized property registration authorities. Social networks like Facebook are based on centralized servers that control all of the data we upload to them. What if we could use the technology behind Bitcoin, more commonly known as blockchain, to decentralize other things as well? The interesting thing about blockchain technology is that it's actually the byproduct of the Bitcoin invention. Blockchain technology was created by fusing already existing technologies like cryptography, proof of work, and decentralized network architecture together in order to create a system that can reach decisions without a central authority. There was no such thing as blockchain technology before Bitcoin was invented, but once Bitcoin became a reality, people started noticing how and why it works and named this thing blockchain technology. Blockchain is to Bitcoin what the internet is to email, a system on top of which you can build applications and programs. A currency like Bitcoin is just one of the options. So this got people very excited, and they began to explore, what else can we decentralize? However, in order for a system to be truly decentralized, it needs a large network of computers to run it. Back then, the only network that existed was Bitcoin, and it was pretty limited. Bitcoin is written in what is known as a Turing incomplete language, which makes it understand only a small set of orders, like who sent how much money to whom. If you want to create a more complex system, you'll need a different programming language, which means a different network of computers. Imagine for a second you wanted to build your own decentralized program, just like Bitcoin at home. You'd need to understand how Bitcoin's decentralization works, write code that mimics the same behavior, get a huge network of computers to run this code, and so on. And that is a lot of work. Enter Ethereum. Ethereum was first proposed in late 2013 and then brought to life in 2014 by Vitalik Buterin, who at the time was the co-founder of Bitcoin magazine. Ethereum is the do-it-yourself platform for decentralized programs, also known as dApps, decentralized applications. If you want to create a decentralized program that no single person controls, not even you, even though you wrote it, all you have to do is learn the Ethereum programming language called Solidity and begin coding. The Ethereum platform has thousands of independent computers running it, meaning it's fully decentralized. Once a program is deployed to the Ethereum network, these computers, also known as nodes, will make sure it executes as written. Ethereum is the infrastructure for running dApps worldwide. It's not a currency, it's a platform. The currency used to incentivize the network is called Ether, but more on that later. Ethereum's goal is to truly decentralize the internet. Wait, the internet is centralized? I thought the internet already was decentralized and that anyone can start their own site. While in theory that might be true, in practice, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Netflix, and other giants control most of the World Wide Web as we know it. There's almost no activity on the web that happens without some sort of intermediary or third party. But once the concept of digital decentralization was demonstrated by Bitcoin, a whole new array of opportunities became available. We can finally start to imagine and design an internet that connects users directly without the need for a centralized third party. People can rent hard drive space directly to other people and make Dropbox obsolete. Drivers can offer services directly to passengers and remove Uber as the middleman. People can buy cryptocurrencies directly from one another without the need for an exchange that can get hacked or steal your money. Ethereum allows people to connect directly with each other without a central authority to take care of things. It's a network of computers that together combine into one powerful decentralized supercomputer. Okay, so now you know what Ethereum does, but we haven't touched upon how it does it. Ethereum's coding language, Solidity, is used to write smart contracts that are the logic that runs dApps. Let me explain. In real life, all a contract is a set of ifs and thens, meaning a set of conditions and actions. For example, if I pay my landlord $1,500 on the first of the month, then he lets me use my apartment. That's exactly how smart contracts work on Ethereum. Ethereum developers write the conditions for their program, or dApp, and then the Ethereum network executes it. They're called smart contracts because they deal with all of the aspects of the contract: enforcement, management, performance, and payment. For example, if I have a smart contract that is used for paying rent, the landlord doesn't need to actively collect the money. The contract itself knows if the money has been sent. If I indeed sent the money, then I'll be able to open my apartment door. If I missed my payment, I'll be locked out. However, smart contracts also have their downsides. Going back to my previous example, instead of having to kick out a renter that isn't paying, a smart contract would lock the non-paying renter out of their apartment. A truly intelligent contract, on the other hand, would take into account other factors as well, such as extenuating circumstances, the spirit with which the contract was written, and it would also be able to make exceptions if warranted. In other words, it would act like a really good judge. Instead, a smart contract in the context of Ethereum is not intelligent at all. It's actually uncompromisingly letter strict. It follows the rules down to a T and can't take any secondary considerations or the spirit of the law into account, like what commonly happens with real-world contracts. Once a smart contract is deployed on the Ethereum network, it cannot be edited or corrected, even by its original author. It's immutable. The only way to change this contract would be to convince the entire Ethereum network that a change should be made, and that is virtually impossible. This creates a very serious problem, since, unlike Bitcoin, Ethereum was built with the ability to create really complex contracts, and complex contracts are very difficult to secure. With any contract, the more complicated it is, the harder it is to enforce, as more room is left for interpretations or more clauses must be written to deal with contingencies. With smart contracts, security means handling with perfect accuracy every possible way in which a contract could be executed, in order to make sure that the contract does only what the author intended. Ethereum launched with the idea that code is law. That is, a contract on Ethereum is the ultimate authority, and nobody could overrule the contract. Well, that all came to a crashing halt when the DAO event happened. DAO, or DAO, stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization, which allowed users to deposit money and get returns based on the investments that the DAO made. The decisions themselves would be crowdsourced and decentralized. The DAO raised $150 million in Ethereum currency, Ether, when Ether was trading at around $20. While this all sounded very good, the code wasn't secured very well and resulted in someone figuring out a way to drain the DAO out of money. Now, you could say that the person who drained the DAO was a hacker, but some would argue that this was just someone who was taking advantage of the loopholes he found in the DAO's smart contract. And this isn't very different than a creative lawyer figuring out a loophole in the current law to effect a positive result for his client. What happened next is that the Ethereum community decided that code no longer is law and changed the Ethereum rules in order to revert all the money that went into the DAO. In other words, the contract writers and investors did something stupid, and the Ethereum developers decided to bail them out. The small minority that didn't agree with this move stuck to the original Ethereum blockchain before its protocol was altered, and that's how Ethereum Classic was born, which is actually the original Ethereum. We've covered a lot up until now, and the last thing I want to talk about is Ethereum as a currency. We've already established that Ethereum is basically a large bunch of computers working together like one supercomputer to execute code that powers dApps. However, this costs money. Money to get the machines, to power them up, store them, and cool them if needed. That's why Ether was invented. When people talk about the price of Ethereum, they actually are referring to Ether, the currency that incentivizes people to run the Ethereum protocol on their computer. This is very similar to the way Bitcoin miners get paid for maintaining the Bitcoin blockchain. In order to deploy a smart contract to the Ethereum platform, its author must pay to do so. That payment is made in the form of Ether. This is done so that people will write optimized and efficient code and won't waste the Ethereum network computing power on unnecessary tasks. Ether was first distributed in Ethereum's original initial coin offering back in 2014. Back then, it cost around 40 cents to buy 1 Ether. Today, 1 Ether is valued in the hundreds of dollars, since the use of the Ethereum network has grown immensely due to the ICO hype that started in 2017. Still confused? Don't worry. We'll get more into Ether and mining in a later video. Ethereum's network and Ether are a whole new rabbit hole that we'll cover, but I think this will do for now as an intro to Ethereum. This concludes this week's episode of Ethereum Whiteboard Tuesday. Hopefully, by now, you have a better understanding of what Ethereum is, a network of computers working together to replace the centralized model of programs and companies which run the internet today.
All right, everybody. All right. So I'm going to pause it right there. I am going to continue our dialogue. What do you think about that? It really helped out for those of you who are technical. You want to know all the technicalities about Ethereum. But I really want you to just simply understand, everybody, for those who like to just keep it simple, it's another alternative. It's what's called an altcoin. Okay, an altcoin, an alternative cryptocurrency coin to Bitcoin. Bitcoin was number one, right? Still number one, of course, technically, in value. But an alternative is Ethereum, better known as some people call it ETH. Okay, this is just a physical replica. Remember, Ethereum is cryptocurrency. It's digitized, digital, invisible money. And what happens is, you can actually utilize Ethereum, Bitcoin, other cryptocurrencies to be able to acquire goods and services with it. You can actually place the digital currency on a card like this. This is the GS Lifestyle, one of a few versions of the GS Lifestyle card. And so you can actually exchange fiat currency, the government's money, fiat currency now, exchange this, okay? Let you see it. Federal Reserve note, as you can see, exchange that on this particular card here, this platform. The card has a platform. You can connect your traditional bank, right? to the platform GS Lifestyle, convert this note that's decreasing in value, right? And you can acquire cryptocurrency, Bitcoin or Ethereum. So you don't have to use all these other platforms with all of their fees, right? And you will be able to be like the bank. You will be your own bank. Okay, you'll be able to take care of the things you desire. But I want to let you see the trends. Just like we spoke about, I showed you some trends when it came down to Bitcoin. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to look at some trends as it pertains to Ethereum. So I'm going to show you my screen really quick. All right, so bear with me as I'm about to show you this. Okay, so we're right there. Let's move it on over here. So here we have it. So hopefully you can see my screen here. And we're looking at the same date as we did Bitcoin. Bitcoin began to just fly and soar towards the end of last year. So now we're looking at ETH or Ethereum since December the 1st. So let's scroll down here and take a look. So December 1st, what was it? Okay, what was it, guys? Take a look. I'm trying to get it as accurate as possible. There we go. $593 in value for one whole Ethereum cryptocurrency coin. Okay, for one coin. Now, if you acquire many, you are definitely smart. Okay, very, very smart. Because look at what happened. As you held on to that cryptocurrency, you exchanged your fiat currency and you were able to acquire. Look at this hike. You were able to ride the wave. And don't worry about these dips because you can acquire more in the dips. That's what the wealthy do. They acquire more assets when it dips, when it goes down slightly in value. And so many people began to continue. They continue to ride the wave. See, there are many people who are doing that exchange, that single or several exchanges throughout a day or a week or a month. But you see, everybody, as I stop sharing, there are many people, right? Entrepreneurs who have connected, over 90,000 entrepreneurs connected to a system. And it's the same system, right, that I'm connected to, that perhaps my Wealth Builders Worldwide family who are watching this, who have tagged people in the comment section, who have shared this on their timeline, they are connected to a system. We are connected to a system. We connected to this system for free. It's an entire ecosystem, everybody. We connected to the system, and because of doing something super simple, we get paid instantly in Bitcoin and Ethereum several times a day. And we've been doing this since December. There are people right now, making full-time incomes in a month. And this is what is possible. It's available for everyone. As long as you're 18 years of age and older, you can position yourself in the system, right? And you can be getting paid several times in fractions, not coming out of your pocket, not having to necessarily take out some fiat currency and exchange it for it. You don't have to, okay? But listen, you have the opportunity to be like an entrepreneur. This is what entrepreneurs do. Connect to systems where you get paid in it. Whether you are playing with your kids, having fun, enjoying your life, getting paid while you're doing what you need to do anyway. All right? So perhaps you're saying, well, Lakeisha, how is this possible? How are people just simply getting paid in Bitcoin and Ethereum several times a day? Again, it's being connected to the system, a free system. Okay. Now, if you want information about the system, all you would need to do is type in info below. INFO. That's all you need to do. Info. And if you're watching on somebody else's timeline, or if they tagged you in this particular stream, be sure to get back with them and let them know that you want information about this ecosystem. The time is now. And let me just share with you essentially what I do. Yes, I'm an author. Yes, I'm a leadership specialist, because we as leaders, we need to be building wealth and thinking about the future generation, right? If Oprah or someone came to your city, wouldn't you pay attention to them? Because not only, yes, they gained their influence because of some of the things they do. They're media personalities. These are people who are actors, actresses, celebrities. But you know that they also have they're a bit wealthy. All right? And so you can impact more lives, because that's a part of our mission, if you have the resources to do that. And so when you're connected to a system, it can help you to finance your dreams, the things that you want to focus on, the things that you want to accomplish. And so for every one of you that is here right now, I thank you so very much for tuning in to the Leadership TKO live night show. Appreciate you all. Thank you so very much. And listen, I'm going to be back tomorrow night. Okay, tomorrow night at around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I truly, truly am. And so, guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. So until the next time that you and I come back together again, I do encourage you to think, to speak, and to live leadership. Good night, and God bless.